Hello boys and girls, and welcome to this week's Memory Verse Challenge, number 16. Can you believe it? That many. You're doing a great job. These actions, I hope they're good fun for you too. This week we're thinking about Genesis chapter 50 and verse 20. And it's the summation, the conclusion, the end of the story for Joseph's life. Joseph grew up, he had dreams, he told his brothers, they got really angry, they sold him into slavery. He lived in Egypt for years. I'm sure at many points he went, God, what is your plan here? I don't understand. But by the end of the story, Joseph says these words, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Joseph's talking to his brothers, and all of a sudden he goes, you know what, guys? I can forgive you because God's plan is what matters most. So, here we go. You ready for our memory verse challenge for today? I still can't hear you. Oh, I'm not going to hear you, am I? So, this week's memory verse challenge, Genesis 50 and verse 20. God, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Okay? Let's put the actions with that straight away. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Okay, let's do that one more time. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Okay. Hit pause, rewind, have a look at the actions again if you want to, and familiarise yourself, and we'll do them all together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Genesis chapter 50 and verse 20. Well done, everyone. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was this week's Memory Verse Challenge, and we'll see you again next week.